Hi, this is Sirena Nereida with Celestial Soul Wellness, and thank you for watching. Today we're talking about the new moon, February 18th, and the new moon is happening in 59 degrees Aquarius, okay? 29 degrees Aquarius. I always do some silly thing like that. Anyway, what does this all mean? Well, let me just tell you, let's start off with the Sabian symbol right off from the bat, okay? And so the Sabian symbol there is a public market. Okay, what is a public market? Okay, what does that mean? What significance does that have? Well, the significance of a public market is meaning that, everything is out there, the fresh air, people are gathering together, okay? And a public market is a variety where different people come together to bring their items in those varieties, okay? And they bring those items and to sell, they chat and they barter and they share what's going on in the neighborhood and enjoy the sunshine, not to just walk, but just to people watch. Some people actually stop maybe at a cafe or a place they can have a little tea or something or get something natural to drink. But it's an opportunity to be out in the fresh airs, all right? And especially because this is still the winter time. And so it's really expressing the need of getting out after being closed in. And those people on the East Coast know what I'm talking about, okay? All those inches of snow you've been receiving in the past few weeks. And so, and this is using that time to really see and catch up on ideas, the latest books, stories from one another, because having been closed in from those snowstorms and having been only surrounded with the same people in your habitat, in your area, you get frustrated in those energies, okay? Remember, energy is in constant motion. So here now it gets to cycle in, all right? And then go through the energies of others, and then they bring it home. It's almost kind of like doing a cleaner and a filter, all right? Because if not, those same energies going nowhere. We need new energy. That's why it's very important we have oxygen in the house, that you have plants in the house, okay? Because they take our negative energy and they're so good to us, and they cleanse that negative energy and give it back out to us in the form of oxygen. So that is what's wonderful. Okay, so we got some things going on, and I'm just going to start talking right away about the new moon. Okay, and this new moon, several things are going on. It's a Chinese New Year. You see, I'm looking for a pen that works, okay? The Chinese or Asian calendar New Year starts, and so that's really interesting, right on a new moon, and it's a Perigee new moon. Okay, Perigee new moon. And so what that means is physically that moon is closer to us than any other time during this month. Okay, just this month, not the whole life or the past 1,000 years or stuff like that, just this month. So that's really going to do a pull. And so there's going to be higher tides, all right, undercurrents. If you're a water sign, know that you're going to have a lot of emotional exaggeration going on. I say exaggeration especially if you're not grounded. So if you're a water sign or a mutable sign or even an air sign, because it is at the end of Aquarius, make sure you're wearing grounding stones. Wear your onyx, your hematite, your garnet, okay? Make sure you're wearing all those wonderful grounding stones, because anything else, malachite is good, turquoise, very good, because if not, the energies of that new moon can push, okay? And pull from us. Now, it's very important because a lot of times, if one has a lot of things going on, we can short circuit. Okay, what does that mean? And this is with this new moon, it's very important because having that new moon at the end of Aquarius, yet it's in the big, right 3 hours later, we go into Pisces. Okay, so we're just right over there. And And then also know that it is conjunct the asteroid Nessus. So it's very important that, some things can be taken violently, all right? And perhaps it wasn't with the intent of that, but it turns out that way. So we need to be aware of that. Okay, so we have a lot of things going on with this new moon. Where to start? Okay, so here we go. Let me pick a section. Ooh, see all those wonderful lines and all my notes? Okay, so, okay, here we go. We got the new moon, all right? And it is, let's see here. It is, it is square, it is square Saturn, all right? And so that is going to create a little bit of frustration there, okay? And it's going to, though Saturn is going to, because it's not an opposition, it creates obstacles. And yet it's, Saturn is an immutable sign, yet the new moon is in a fixed sign. So it's really saying things have to change. But we want stability with flexibility. Okay? Kind of like the the irony, and it's a little bit frustrating in those times having that. Okay, we also have during this time, talking about Saturn, we have Venus that is conjunct Mars trine Saturn. So there is a need for stability. Once again, though, it is in a fire sign. And so though we have Mars and Venus that are at the end of Pisces, okay, time for transformation, okay, because it's a critical degrees. 29 degrees Pisces is a critical degrees. And so it's transformation, and it is being supported by a trine with Saturn, okay? And so it's saying go, because really Saturn is in a fire sign. So what's going to happen is when we put Venus and Mars together, we got a lot of lust boiling up, okay, like a volcano. But it's more like a firecracker, because it's on the border there, or the cusp of Aries. So Aries doesn't have much hold, okay? It's not like a Sagittarius or Leo fire signs. It's remember, it is represents man. It's gonna have a less perseverance, okay? It explodes and boom, especially because Mars rules Aries. So there is also that need to just get it all out and but what's going on is once again you need to be careful, because it is trying there, Mercury that's hanging out, okay? I'm sorry, did I say trine? Sextile Mercury that's hanging out there in the beginnings of Aquarius. And so if we're not careful, we're going to short circuit, because Mercury does rule Gemini, which is an air sign, yet it's also in Aquarius, which is an air sign, okay? And so, and having a Uranus in Aries, all right, when we have Aries is right there on the cusp of Pisces and Aries, which is the Lord of Aries, you see, things are going to happen suddenly, and we can short circuit. Very important, because remember who rules, or what rules Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius, okay? And so we need to realize that and be careful, especially because it is next to Sappho, right? Let's see here. We got also talking about that, we have Jupiter that's opposite Vesta in a fixed fire. And so we have Vesta that's in Aquarius. So really remember, Vesta's the hurt, the home. And so we got Jupiter retrograde that's opposite. So what is really going on? It's me or the home, okay? And well, let's be honest, if you are in charge, if you are the main homeowner or the breadwinner, then it needs to be you, okay? Because if you're not taking good care of yourself, then the home cannot exist, and all those who are in it. So make sure you are taking good care and loving yourself. Remember, Jupiter retrograde, especially in Leo, is taking an introspective time, all right? coming down, nurturing your inner child, okay, dealing with certain issues that you have before you can go and share them with others in that creativity. So, that Vesta is also opposite, you know, the Parafortuna, though, you know, it's a wide opposition, because we usually say with something like that should be only a degree, you know, and this is more or less like 4 degrees. But then some people will say, but we'll throw it in there, you know. So certain things are going to be happening, and you got to be aware of it, especially if you have a luminary or your ascendant within, you know, 4 degrees of you know, the Parafortuna, which is 7 degrees Leo, okay? And Juno's right conjunct that, okay? So, we're getting a lot of things of focusing what is going on in our hearth, because the heart, okay, is really where the home is, but where is your heart? And how come is it there, and how are you nurturing it? So another thing we have is, I mentioned already that we have Juno is opposite Vesta, and it's opposite the asteroid Amor. Okay, yes, there's an asteroid Amor, and Amor is very different than Venus, because Venus also includes finances, cash, okay, moral issues, you know, even and beauty. But Amor is all about love, but Amor in the sense of Plato. There is so many different levels of love. And what is love, and why is that considered love for you? This is an opportunity for you to really decide what is it, okay? And is what you need in a relationship the same thing of what you love or how you want to be loved? And so many times have I said that over and over again as a relationship coach, as an intimacy marriage coach. That is so important, because if you do not know what you want, you shouldn't be out there fishing. That's like, I'll take any fish, and then you look at the fish and go, no, I just throw it back. Well, you're wasting your time. Then you get mad at the fish. Oh, you came out like this. I didn't know. Okay, you're gonna go fish in certain area for certain fish, right? I'm not saying people are fish. What I'm saying is you can use the analogy to focus on what it is you're doing. Okay, another thing too is, let's see here. Wow, I just don't know where to start. I already mentioned that Venus is conjunct Aries, and there's a lot of passion, lust going on, but not a lot of stability holding that out. And so please be aware of that. We also have the North Node that's squared Pluto still, which is conjunct Ceres. And what we're doing there is we're getting an opportunity, okay, to now Ceres and Pluto are considered dwarf planets, all right? And so those dwarf planets, you know, is really have power together, and it's a time to nurture, okay? And it's a time to really, you know, feed ourselves, okay? And really give. And how we're going to have that opportunity to feed our psyche, that transformation, because remember, Pluto rules Scorpio of that transformation, and Ceres needs that transformation because it wants to nurture. It is Mother Gaia right there in its part, and it's all in her glory, and it's squaring the North Node. And so that North Node is certain harmonies. Once again, we're having obstacles between really focusing, because that's in Ceres, and Pluto is in Capricorn. So once again, it's about me moving ahead. What are my goals? And I'm slowly climbing up. But if we have the North Node is in Libra, which is creating an obstacle because it's a square to it, well, it's like, okay, some of the things are not going to be harmonious. And once again, just like we had earlier, you know, I'm going to tell you that usually it's not just one set of aspects, and one set of aspects that dominates a chart, but we see it. It's a repetitive, you know, theme. And usually the asteroids or the dwarf planets will support that. And so I like to mention it. All right, so that way we see how important those themes are. Okay, so another one we have is Pallas conjunct the vertex. So this is what's really important of thinking of who is your sorority, your fraternity, your brothers and sisters, okay, your cousins there. Who do you consider the ones that you could count on? I mean, is it someone blood? Is it someone water? Is it someone paper? And maybe it's just friends that you have had, your soulmates, okay? Kind of like they did with Sex and the City, you know, the soulmates were the friends forever. It's not necessarily someone, in fact, you are involved in, okay? So, we do have, now this is the fun part, well, actually we have Uranus square Pluto, so again, an unexpected undergoings happening, you know, with the psyche, so having opportunities for transformation there. Okay, we're getting several of that. We have Mercury that's sextile Saturn, so we're getting a clear, steady thinking is being required and asking. And what's nice is because Saturn is in Sagittarius, we're getting a nice, thorough, philosophical ideas. We're really getting you know, to open up our minds, our horizons, and share it out there, okay, with the collective consciousness and everybody and the public in our neighborhoods. And so that's really nice, and being supportive, especially with our siblings and cousins, because remember, Mercury also represents our siblings. It represents our cousins also, okay? So let's see here. I was mentioning there's a couple of things that we get opportunities to heal here. And so before I mention, I just want to make sure I've hit all those major points. Okay. Now, again, remember the new moon is in at the end of Aquarius. It's really innovative thinking, you know, to be independent, and we're getting that support, okay, to have those independent thinkings, especially because we have a square there with Saturn. Okay, that is in Sagittarius. It's a loose square, but it still exists, and it's telling us to stabilize ourselves, okay, through all that, you know, electricity. But sometimes fire doesn't help electricity either, so we need to really stabilize that. But we also realize that Saturn is squaring Nesu also, and Neptune, so we do have a loose conjunction with Neptune and Nesu, and so very careful, because we could be taken advantage of. So if there's alcohol, drugs, medication, anything that could cause hallucination, delusions, or unclear thinking, we could be taken advantage, especially if you are within any degrees of you know, 5 degrees of 6 degrees Pisces there, either way. So at 0 to through 10 degrees Pisces, please be careful. Even though we have a loose conjunction there with Chiron wanting to still heal it, but what's nice, we're still getting opportunities to heal, because we have Reiki that is conjunct the Black Moon Lilith, and we also have Reiki that is trine Ceres. So there's a demand to really nurture ourselves and to heal, because that Black Moon Lilith, you know, is right there hanging out in Virgo. So a little bit too criticized of being a little bit ostentatious, a little bit, oh gosh, holier than thou, is not a good thing at this time. But to really go deep, okay, because Reiki is transformative energy and motion from source, and to go in there and just cleanse and heal, you know, Black Moon Lilith, all that possessiveness and jealousy, and the way you see relationships, especially because remember that Lilith in the stories of Genesis, you know, she was there before Eve, and she's like, I'm not going to be owned to you, oh no, this and that, I'm going to do this as I please. And you know, in the story of the wonderful party or get together they had, okay, and she goes and enjoys herself and teaches other people to enjoy herself also, because there's no way that she was going to just be sitting there doing nothing. And so this is an opportunity to really heal that. What is it inside of you, that feminine essence inside of you? And I say that feminine essence because Cetus is also feminine essence, okay, Mother Gaia. So Reiki is giving us, the asteroid Reiki, an opportunity to really, really heal the feminine essence and bring out the sun side of that and not the shadow side, because of the feminine essence and masculine essence, there's sun and shadow sides of both, and we need to be aware of that, and we want to heal the shadow sides and realize the shadow sides can cause turbulence within our relationships, within our group. Also a good thing to do, some of you might want to when you meditate or go work out, do your walks or sleep, is listen to the binaural beats, okay, at 6:30, oh goodness, what was it, 6:38 or 6:34, something like that, hertz, I know it's around there, 6:30 something, and to do the healing of, okay, of the relationships. It's each one of those chakras have a different healing, okay, and it's for the heart chakra, and it's really good to really understand and get together and connectivity to heal that. Listen to it for an hour, not while you're driving, okay, or balancing on anything, but when you have a chance to rest, at least in one ear, even while you're working, that's fine if you're sitting down and working, not driving a forklift, okay. So, like I said, we have several opportunities to heal during this new moon, but also know that if one doesn't take it easy, and when I say healing, one has to understand that you got to purge it out. So almost feels like a flu before you can heal. So you can make sure you're drinking a lot of liquids, no coffee, you could do green teas, okay, white teas, herbal teas, no sugar, okay, even minimal stevia, right? Minimal honey, okay, stay away from that gluten that dries you up in that skin tone of yours, okay, and you really eat more fruits and vegetables, and make sure you're eating alkalized meals. Remember, if you love yourself, and if you really love your children and those around you, then you better love yourself. Okay, because you're trying to help them, but you can't help them if you're not helping yourself. And if you love them, you're going to feed them good, healthy food. Now, unfortunately, yes, Girl Scout cookies have the GMOs. Oh no, I know. Petition it. There's petitions out there. Sign those petitions. Please, 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 so we can have healthy enjoyments for the future like we used to 20 years ago, okay? So, let's see other things I need to review here. I think that's about it for the new moon. So, and we talked about this Sabian, and I'm going to now then do the individual forecast, if I may. You guys all ready? Let's get a pin that works. Ha! There goes 3 pins and 4. That shows me buying a pin from the 99-cent store, okay? So, all right. Now, Aries, this is happening in your 12th house, okay? It's 11th, 12th house, okay, because it's on the cusp. So really, it's a time to take a look and start new beginnings of how you relate with your friends and your goals, and meditate on that. You need to really take in account of what's going on with yourself and start over and really take charge, okay, and clean things up, okay, and really just purge it out, and kind of like you're doing a spring cleaning now. Taurus, let me get my little notes here. Okay, Taurus, this is happening in your 11th, 10th house. Okay, and your 11th, 10th house there, so you're again with your friends, how work is affecting your relationship with your friends, how your career is. Maybe you're having more goals because of your friends with your career, or vice versa. How you interact is very important. How you see yourself in the scope of things, of the social consciousness, and how you interact. Maybe you're going to take up a new stance and maybe do some charity, or you're going to take a new position with your friends and say, well, and be a leader of some sort, that things need to change, which they do, okay? Always, and it's good, especially with this new solar eclipse that's going to be happening in Pisces. Okay, so Gemini. And Gemini, we have here, this is happening in your 10th and 9th house. So your certain philosophies of what's very important. Now, this is very important for you, Gemini, because the 9th house is really deep, profound philosophies. And you're asking to be carrying this over into your career sector. And you're really taking a step back. And you're going, this is interesting. How do I do this without concentrating on what color their shoes are? You know? And this is neat because you're going to show a side of yourself that you're not used to showing. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's good for you. Throw yourself in there, okay? Be one with nature and really have that opportunity, okay? And take advantage of that opportunity to share with others around, you know, with their career development, okay? And your bosses and authority figures, and maybe you turn into the authority figure because of those philosophical aha moments, okay? Let's see here. We got Cancer. This is happening in your 9th and 8th house there, okay? And so what's going on is you're having certain transformative times, which is very true because right now you got Jupiter in your progressives, probably hitting your progressive sun either last year or this year. And so that's very important. And so that really gives you a time to transform yourself and really see how you want to step into the spotlight and shine. Make sure you're not getting weight, getting bigger that way, but how are you expanding yourself to be able to offer more to others, okay, in society in a positive way that you enjoy with your passions, because it is in Jupiter. We're talking about fun, excitement, okay, and that inner child. So, and knowing that it really changes the idea and the way you connect with the universe, okay. Maybe you're doing some releasing and clearing so that way you can connect better with you know, the great white spirit, source, our divine creator, all that is, Mother Gaia, and all the other wonderful ascended masters and, you know, angels and, you know, animal spirit guides, okay? So, and that's very good and it's important, especially too, because we're going to be having that solar eclipse. Okay, so now we got Leo. Leo, this is happening in your 7th, 8th house. So what's going to happen is you're getting a chance to have changes within your relationships. And that's going to actually change and transform the way you do your economics, the way you are having interactions with loans and other people's finances, and also the way you see sex and you interact sexually. Okay, maybe certain things are happening because of your relationship, a one-on-one. You have started a new type of relationship, because in your 7th house is something that's going to be like either a business, or it's going to be either you know, like a marriage or a committed relationship, or one contractual, so someone you live with, okay? And so that's going to really change things going on in your life. All right, so make sure who you have with you is what you want with you, okay? So now let's see here. We got Virgo. Virgo, this is happening in your health sector or with your partnership. So you're probably trying to, you like to do things with other people, and so you don't want to be alone. So you may be taking on a new health partner or new health coach and fitness trainer, and you're getting healthy, and you're really looking at things and how that is, and making a commitment of what is truly healthy, but realizing what is actually healthy, not just going through the phases, but healthy inside out, getting all those toxins out, those emotional toxins, purging out all those toxins from those artificial and processed foods, okay? And those things from Monsanto and all those other things that just, you don't need those sugars, all right? And pre-made items, but some real good, just organic salads and organic things that you're taking in for yourself. Okay, so now we have Libra. Libra, your creativity is going to be going into your everyday life, spilling over, all right? And maybe your interaction with children is going to spill over into your everyday life now. And so those are the changes that are happening. You are getting opportunity to bring out that inner child and have fun with that inner child, you know, make peace and give it much love, and just enjoy it on a daily basis, on a really wonderful daily basis. Sorry, it's late over here, and I was busy supporting someone at the hospital earlier today, so I'm staying up, and I know I've yawned a couple of times, but I want to get this video out there for you people, and you guys are wonderful subscribers, and I just thank you, but that's why I am yawning. I'm not going to lie to you. So I was in the hospital earlier, didn't get to not me, I was supporting someone there. Okay, I'm good. I'm always good. Okay, no comments. All right, so now we got a Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, this is going on in your home, things going on with your mother, and perhaps with your family, children, opportunity to nurture, or there's a mother in your family that you, mother in your family, well, yeah, huh, okay, there's someone that you might consider as a mother figure with you, I should say, all right, and that's going to help you get to be able to be more of a child and enjoy that creativity inner child, not in a sense of a brat, okay, but one of just happiness and having fun and more amusement in your life and entertainment, and just draw and be creative and silly. I mean, when was the last time you could just be silly and not worry about what anybody says? Okay, I mean, how confident are you with that, you know? Learn from the Leo. The Leos are pretty confident. We laugh at ourselves, you know? Some of you Scorpios take yourself way too seriously for someone who's ruled by Pluto, who knows they're going to die anyway. Shit. If I'm going to be punished, I might as well make it worth my while, huh? So anyway, okay, so go out, have some fun. You know, might do some renovations in your home, okay, and readjust all those things in your house, almost like a spring cleaning, you know. Okay, we got after Scorpio, now we have what do we have? Sagittarius. Oh, there I go again. We're almost done with this one. Sorry, you guys. Okay, Sagittarius. Ooh, so Sagittarius, so your interaction around your neighborhood, things going on with your car, okay? You may be updating things or renovating car, buying a new car, or your communications, technology. This is the time, Sagittarius, to go ahead and buy all the electric things you wanted. Buy all the technological things you wanted when Mercury was retrograde, and I said, no, 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 not yet. Okay, and so this is going to really put some wealth and development into your home. Those speakers, those radio speakers you wanted up there, it's time to do it now, okay? So, you know, have fun with it. Really create opportunities for more communication. If you're going to, you know, also more communication with your siblings and perhaps your cousins, and just talking and really just saying hi, good morning, good afternoon, hello. All right, drop the how you doing, because you're not there for a conversation, but really get to start communicating and opening yourself up, and people would really truly appreciate that. Trust me on that one. Okay, so here we go. Then we have what is it, Capricorn. This is happening, okay, in your second and third house. So you're having new opportunities to get more money, to your personal finances are expanding, and because of that, you're going to be able to see what's going on within the neighborhood. Maybe open up an organic little farm right there, or garden. Okay, really do opportunities to buy this new finance, buy more electronics, technology, making you up to date. Remember, don't make yourself reliant though on it. You know, when I was in the Navy, they always said make 3 copies of everything. 1 for the Navy, 2 for yourself, because and have them in 2 different places in case there was a fire or something like that. Let me tell you, a lot of us were putting things up in the cloud, right? Ooh, like in that movie Sex Tape. Have you ever tried to get to the cloud and there was no data around? It's a bit frustrating, huh? Okay, and there's no access. It can be frustrating. So still, you want to keep things put on a hard drive, and even then, how about if you can't access that? So make sure you do have what is important on paper, and what is not so important, then all right, keep it electronic, because after all, electricity is, remember, generated. What happens if those satellites go down? Okay, so keep aware of those things. Okay, let's continue. After a Capricorn, we have Aquarius. Aquarius, this is happening in your first and your second and first house. Okay, and so you have opportunities here of how you see things, how you see yourself. You're going to change yourself. You're going to change certain more issues in your values of yourself, which is going to change your financial situation. Perhaps the way you see yourself. You're going to spend less doing certain things, so that way you could spend more on other more important priorities for right now. Okay, and if you're concerned with that, remember you have a full moon in your sign come the summertime, so any new expense that you might have, it'll go away. Okay, it's not forever. That's the nice thing. That's the happy, right? Okay, so you're also getting an opportunity to reevaluate your priorities and what's important for you. Okay, and so now Pisces. This is happening in your 12th house and in your first house. Okay, and so having it on that cusp, taking a really introspective time of yourself. Okay, and really think about what's going on. Again, just like the Aquarius, you have to think, what is the priority? This is a transformative time for you, especially because you're going to have another solar eclipse, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yes, there's a solar eclipse occurring. Let's see here. We're on the 20th something. There you go, on the 20th. Okay, and it is in Pisces at 29 degrees Pisces. Okay, so of March. So you're really going to have some major changes happen and opportunities for those changes. So really think about it, see how what's important, and you're going to move for that forward. Okay, and I know everything's going to be good. Take baths, give yourself some love. Okay, alcohol is not love. All right, get a massage, get some reflexology, foot massage and things like that, head massage. Oh my gosh, those can, oh, having a moment here, sorry. Those can feel awesome and wonderful and delicious. Okay, so I'm going to be adding on the crystals in a little bit, okay, and also the foods and meditation and yoga. So thank you for watching this part, and now we're going to move on for the rest. So if you're ready for the health part, thank you, thank you, thank you. So thank you for watching. It is late over here, but I was supporting a friend there at the hospital earlier today, so please have some patience with me, okay? So I know earlier I was yawning on a part of the video there, and I appreciate it. You know that you guys are wonderful, but also know that real quickly that the Aquarius is the crown chakra, but because it's right there at the cusp of Pisces, we're going to also do the root chakra, okay, the Muladhara, aside from the crown chakra, okay, and the crown chakra is the Sahasrara chakra. So I'm just going to rattle some of this off, okay? Having some videos being done where I get the oils and you know, put it together and like, ooh, for that sign. All right, but not today. Okay, so you guys ready? Some good things to remember to help you during this time, especially because it is a perigee moon, you know, so you want to stay grounded during this wonderful next 4 days, especially 4 days before to 4 days after. All right, and so we have cinnamon, garlic, some essential oils and herbs to eat and have around you, take a bath with, put on you. Sandalwood, dandelion root, horseradish, black pepper, rosemary, cedar, rosewood, ginger, cloves. I enjoy a good smoking, having a good smoke of clove at night. Okay, paprika, chives, cayenne, patchouli, myrrh, vetiver. Vetiver, very important for those with panic attacks. Okay, cypress, raspberry leaves, cedarwood, elemi, frankincense, clary sage. Okay, carrot, cardamom, oak moss, and benzoin. Okay, and then we have certain foods. Let's see here. That's for the root chakra, and then for the crown chakra. Da, 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 da. My little notes, so it makes it faster. Okay, the crown chakra is gotokola, lavender, lotus, elemi, violet, amber. So mix some of these together, okay, and you get a nice, create your own little special mix. I know I make some, and my clients, when they come, they always say, oh, what are you wearing? And you know, they'll want to buy some, and but it's really quite easy to make yourself, you know, if you're creative and you like to have fun. Okay, frankincense again, cedarwood again, galbanum, jurum. Okay, helichrysum. Be careful with helichrysum. It's really good for the face, but not for the sun. It can dry. Jasmine, lavender, vetiver again. Myrrh, neroli. Love neroli. Okay, rose, rosewood, sandalwood, and spikenard spruce. Okay, and then so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about certain foods that can help us, okay, at this time to eat, to really balance ourselves. Okay, do you guys hear the dogs in the background? Are they telling me to hush up already? Okay, it's only 11:30 in the night. What do you mean, hush up? Okay, but you guys are wonderful. So let me go here. Let me find it, and let's start foods for the crown chakra. Okay, now because it is foods for the crown chakra, and I'm going to include also the third eye because it is in Pisces. Going to be into Pisces. But when we do the crown chakra, it's essentially a time of detoxing. It's spiritual cleansing, a lot of water. When you're drinking water, make sure it's either mountain spring water or some kind of spring water, and not purified water. Okay, purified water and distilled water depletes, because we need the minerals to digest. If we don't have that, it's going to deplete it. You're better off drinking tap water, believe it or not. Alkalized water is always the best. Okay, so if you have an alkalized machine, you're saving yourself a lot of money. Stop buying those purified waters, because it is just harming you. You're paying them to harm yourself, seriously. Okay, so start off always with the morning, making sure that you have your shot of apple cider vinegar. Okay, ladies, your tablespoons of molasses, very good potassium protein there. Then also too is your fruit salad, your fried fruit. Now if you don't have time, like when I take my son to school, he doesn't want to sit there and eat a fruit salad, so he first eats the apple, the pear, and but remember, that's only like an appetizer. If fruit goes us through so quickly, so an hour later you're going to be happy. If you're going to eat any starchy carbs, that is the time to do it. And make sure it's gluten-free. A lot of people forget that gluten does encourage anxiety, okay, ADD, ADHD, and autism. Any kind of pre-processed food, any stuff, all those really bad toxins, that are in like lean cuisines, chips, macaroni and cheese, and all that. Just don't. Make yourself a quick egg, hard-boiled egg or something. Okay, oatmeal, throw in some coconut or almond milk, not that soy milk. Bad, bad, bad. I know. It is one of the most incredible, greatest campaigns to encourage us to poison ourselves. All right, Monsanto was so good at that. But no, stay away from that. Okay, we don't need it. And also make sure you do go outside. If we are not outside, I know if you're like me going, oh God, I want the sunspots and the sun, make sure you wear a hat. But sun gaze in the morning, go for walks in the morning. You need to be out there. It's your vitamin D. Encourage children to be out there. With all these cars driving around, people doing videotapes, they're like hiding and they're densing themselves more, and they're densing and they're calcifying more their pineal gland and making itself worse. Many people who have to wear dark sunglasses, and I know when I was younger I really needed that, okay, when I was working with computers all the time and with the Navy, that it hurt to go outside without sunglasses. But that's because we're dense, okay, we're not open. And so the more we open up, the more we can absorb it. It's almost like they do laser to it, you know, when we cleanse ourselves out. Because if not, the toxins block it, and then it creates problems. Also, another way to know if you have a thyroid problem, adrenal problems, okay, kidney problems, if you need those sunglasses out there, because that will do it. Most definitely. If you can't go out without dark sunglasses, you probably have one of those three things going on. A thyroid, you know, which is connected also to the hypothalamus, your kidneys, your adrenals, all those are connected together. Those are your fight, flight, and fright, okay? So a lot of people, because there's always anxiety there, there's always, you know, stressful, and they're running on anxiety, they're going to break, you're going to over circuit. Don't multitask. Shame on you. Multitasking is really a gimmick to really get people to burn themselves out and get them on medication fast, and not have them change their lifestyle, but make them believe the medication is going to help them when it just temporarily numbs the situation. Only changing a lifestyle can do something for you. A lot of fresh water, okay? Fresh air and fresh water is necessary. But ginger helps, okay? Onion, lychee, coconut, and mangosteen, very good for you. All right, and dried fruits. So more foods, now more foods, I barely told you any, okay? So here we go. So some good foods for you there for your root chakra, because of there is the Muladhara foods. Apples, strawberries, red cabbage, ginger, carrots, beets, potatoes, parsnips, radishes, onions, garlic, beans, wheatgrass, eggs, meat, nuts, peanut butter, spinach, and tomato. Okay. You know, I really like pieces of bacon cut up with spinach, you know, just sauteed just a little. And then, you know, if you do it, put it like into una tortilla. When I say tortilla, I mean Spanish style, como like an omelet. There you go. Yeah, I'm starting to sound hungry, huh? Okay, but anyway, yeah, please, you need your protein at this time. Please be open for that, okay? And some crystals at this time. So let's talk about our crystals. I'm not talking about my niece there. All right, I do have a niece named Crystal. All right, so here we go. Some crystals that are good to wear during this time is tiger's eyes, fire, agate, bloodstone, ruby, hematite, garnets, stuff I've mentioned before in the astrology, red jasper, coral, rose quartz, fire, opal, jet, obsidian, argonite, smoky quartz, you know, dragonstein. Let's see here, cinnabar, very good. All right, and then some other ones are going to be here. Let's see. Let's see, Herkimer diamonds, white tourmaline, amethyst, okay, obsidian, selenite, got that right behind here. Okay, always use selenite and around your computers at your desk, okay, and have a also I'm looking at my rock one, what is it called, Himalayan you know, salt rock. Have those there because it really protects from the scalar energy. It's really good for us, okay. Spirit Quotes in indigo and blue on kyanite. So those are good ones to have around also. And so stay tuned for later. We're going to have the meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.